All right, I want to say praises be to the most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstone who rule well. Shalom to the sincere brethren. I came out there across the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his wicked empire, man. Hey, so there's gonna be a video going into, Yahweh Hashem Shai is gonna make us cold-blooded, you know what I mean, for these cold times that is about to come upon the earth, man. That is upon us, man. You understand? Because, hell is about to come down upon this earth, man. Esau is about to come down with great wrath. Jake is waxing worse and worse. Amen. Some really drastic times are upon us, man. We're going to have to be cold-blooded, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash, to survive these times, man. Anyone outside of this truth, man, outside of the umbrella of this truth, they're going to be expendable in these last and times if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have it so, man. So this is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. It's a key precept right here, man. And we in them last days, man. Perilous times shall come, man. And we see this place, man. We see what? Psalms 23, man. This is the valley of the shadow of death, man. Now, I mean, if you don't have the hedge of Yahweh Shai, man, of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you're susceptible to death, man. And that is broken down beautifully in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, man. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. The men that sigh and cry, man. Who are the men that sigh and cry? The hopeful elect, man. Who are looking out against what? The alphabet community, who is against adultery, who is against witchcraft, against all manner of evils, man. We are those men, man. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna set what? That mark of exemption upon us, man. That spiritual mark, man. You understand? That be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So this is what we're gonna see in these last days and times, man. The last days and times is gonna be death and destruction, man. And in order to keep sane, man, in order to what? Keep functioning, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna have to put a cold spirit upon us, man, to just be mission driven, man. And our mission is what? Salvation, man. You understand? Our mission is gonna be salvation, man. You know what I mean? Not your children, not your woman, not your family, not your mama, not your dads. You know what I mean? This is going to be mission driven. So if Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have it too as where they take the chip or they get taken out, man. You're going to have to not regard that, man. You're going to have to keep pushing, man. Cool, man. So and so happen. Woo woo. Man. Charting this part of Yahweh Shai till the end, man. You know what I mean? Because it's some hellish times about to come, man. You know what I mean? Some real gut-wrenching times where even our head is going to be on the chopping block, man. Because Esau Edom is going to be after us, man. Esau Edom is going to look to what? Take out the men of the Lord, man. You know what I mean? So how are we going to worry about people in the world, man? Because most of our families in the world, so-called friends are in the world. You know what I mean? When we have to worry about what? Survival, man. You know what I mean? Our first priority is truth and serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Yeah, and that sounds cold to people in this world. You mean your priority is not your children, your priority is not your wife? No, man. Our priority is the truth. This is number one, man. Numero uno, man. You know what I mean? Because, like brothers always say, the Most High could take care of your family better than you can take care of your family, man. You know what I mean? And how would you have Yahweh Hashem Yahushai do that, man? By serving him, man. Because you the man, man. You the hedge for your family, man. You know what I mean? So the Most High have mercy upon, you know what I mean, certain loved ones because of what? Your righteous ways, man, your righteous works. You know what I mean? And part of those righteous works, man, first and foremost is putting Yahweh Shai first and foremost, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai first and foremost. You understand? So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So wisdom and stability, man. When we see all these things coming down, man, when we see people getting wiped out, man, when we see the mark of the beast implemented, man, when we see martial law, pestilences, when we see death on a large scale, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the scriptures, knowing that what? We know that, this had to come, man. So we're not going to be bugged out like the rest of these people, man. We're not going to be bugged out by the mass death, man, by the mass destruction, by the mass anarchy, man, by the mass chaos that's going to be happening across the globe, man. We're gonna know, man. We're gonna, hey, this thing, this is what we're preaching about, man. So we will be hypocrites not to expect this to come, man, not to want this to come, man. You know what I mean? Because we're speaking about it. So if we're speaking about it, all the hell that is to come, why would we be all messed up and bugged out when it actually happens, man? We be waiting for it, man. We anticipating it, man. You know what I mean? So and the Lord gonna have to put that cold-blooded spirit on us, man. Even the spirit that we have now, man, is gonna have to get amped up many times, man, to survive these last days and times, man. You understand? The Lord is gonna have to give us more faith. You know what I mean? More wisdom, more knowledge, man. You know what I mean? And we see it happening, man. The Lord building brothers up even more, man, to the point where brothers, man, apostles, man, is gonna have spiritual powers, man. You know what I mean? That's a high level amount of faith, man. And that's gonna happen in these last days and times, man. You understand? Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So the fear of the Lord is what? Our treasure, man. The fear of the Lord is our salvation, man. Because that's gonna push us in the right direction, man. The direction of salvation. You understand? So this is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 46. Salakia. Luke chapter 12. Luke chapter 14, verse 26. Luke 14:26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And what this is basically saying is not mean like you run around, you know what I mean, telling your family, you know what I mean, I hate you, I wish you did not, man. You hate their ways, man. You hate their deeds. You know what I mean? You hate their actions because 9 times out of 10 they in the world, man. You know what I mean? They're not of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. But hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai could have mercy, especially upon your children, man, and your woman, if you do right by him, man. You know what I mean? If you serving him, man. You understand? If you don't put your family first, man. If you put Yahweh Hashem Yahushai first, because this is what Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is telling you here, man. Hey, you have to put the Lord first, man. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and his sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciples. So we sacrificing our own lives, man. Hey, both physically and spiritually and mentally, man. You know what I mean? Because physically we putting our life out there, our life on the line, man. Our bodies are living sacrifice every day that we go out there on the highways and the byways, man. Especially in these last days and times, man, because scriptures tell you about the martyrs for Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? So we're gonna be physically put to death, man. Some of us, man. You know what I mean? If it be our lot, man, for the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna highly regard that, man. And you're gonna be rewarded, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna be rewarded in the kingdom, man. With the kingdom, man. You know what I mean? Those that die in Yahweh Shai, man. You understand? And whosoever do it not bear his cross, come after me, cannot be my disciples. So that's part of bearing your cross, man. By what? Hey, disregarding the wants of this world, man. You know what I mean? The wants of so-called family and friends, man. You know what I mean? The wants of a career, of a job, man. The wants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes first, man. The requirements of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes first, man. Not of your family or friends, man. Not of your children, man. The needs of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes first, man. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, fear the Most High and keep his commandments, man. So anything that's getting in the way of that, man, in these last days and times, we're going to have that super cold-blooded spirit to say, fuck that shit, man. You know what I mean? To hell with them kids. To hell with that woman, man. You know what I mean? To hell with your soul, with your mama, with your father who want to get you to follow out the truth, man. You know what I mean? To hell with them, man. That's the spirit that we're going to be in, man. You know what I mean? Anything that is in the way of serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is fuck it, man. Fuck them, man. You know what I mean? And that's some cold-blooded to say. And many men are offended by that, man. And the scriptures tell you that, man. You know what I mean? John 16, chapter 1. These things that have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. So brother shouldn't be offended by these things that we say, by these things, man. By telling them like, yo, man, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes first, man. Your kids, your family, your job, money. To hell with all of that, man. That'll provide for itself, man. Thinking about the future this, the future that. Hey, tomorrow will take care of itself, man. But the here and now, you better be serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? But many men are offended by that, man. And many men have fallen out the truth up behind that, man. Being offended, man. You know what I mean? Trying to be family men and so on and so forth, man. Hey, this thing is about serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai first and foremost, man. There's nothing wrong with doing things, you know what I mean, for your folks, but hey, man, that can't impede the campaign of Yahweh Shai, man. The campaign of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The campaign of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes first, man. You know what I mean? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai made all that you have, man. You know what I mean? The reason why you have what you have, man, is because of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You understand? Hey, let me get that preset real quick. Amen. The reason why you have what you have is because of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And the same way how you have it, it can be taken away, man. This is the book of Job. So I can find it really quick. Job chapter 1, verse 21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord had taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So the Lord gave you, and he could take it away, man. You know what I mean? And that's how the Lord punishes a lot of men, man. And that's how the Lord punishment and testament, man. Which was the case with Job, which was a great testament. The Lord, because Job had everything, the Lord took away everything. And then guess what? Job passed the test, and he got more than what he had originally, man. And that's the same thing with us, man. 100-fold, man. Because that's what Peter asked Yahweh Shai, man. What shall we receive? Because we forsaken everything, man. You know what I mean? We basically went cold to everything, man. You know what I mean? That's what happened with the disciples, man. They left what they was doing, cold turkey, and follow Yahweh Shai, man. Same thing we're going to be in these end times, man. Cold blood to anything that is going to come in the midst of Yahweh Shai. And cold blooded in general, man. Because this is going to be a time of death and destruction, man. Millions upon billions of jakes and people is going to be dying in these last days and times, man. And to keep our sanity, man, we're going to have the cold-blooded spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Tunnel vision. You understand? Job chapter 1, verse 21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord had taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged the Most High foolishly. So in all the hell that is to come, man, in all the hell that we're going to catch, man, amen, we best not charge the Lord, man. You know what I mean? Charge the Lord, man. You know what I mean? We best take it on the chin and keep pushing, man. Good soldiers, 2 Timothy, man. Good soldiers of Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I mean? All the battle wounds, you know what I mean? Getting your arm blown off, getting your legs blown off. Amen. That's part of the condition of the battle, man. Dying for Yahweh Shai Day. That's the condition of the battle, man. Prepared to do all, man. You know what I mean? Prepared for the worst, hope for the best, man. You know what I mean? But really, the worst is even a blessed, man, because dying in Yahweh Shai is the greatest thing, man, you can do, man. Lay down your life, man, for a man who laid down his life for you. You understand? You understand? But many men are offended by this, man. Many men want to just live and let live, man. But nah, man. We want to run things. We want to rule, man. And in order to get there, there's a journey, there's a process, there's a methodology, man. You understand? A part of that methodology, that process, is going through the refining process, of which is the hell and the tribulation that is upon us, man. So this is back in the book of go back to the book of John, chapter 16. John chapter 16, verse 1. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth the Most High a service. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. But these things have I told you, that when the time shall come, ye may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. So we know these things, man. We know that the hell is to come, man. You know what I mean? We know that offense is going to come, man. And even family and friends and even quote-unquote brothers in the truth, man. You know what I mean? Because there's men, certain men that are not slated, man. You know what I mean? That's how the Most High set it up, man. There's going to be betrayals, all type of things, man. We just hope and pray Yahweh Hashem shall keep the spirit upon us, man, to not be one of those men, man. Not to be a Judas goat, man. You know what I mean? But all of these things is written for a reason, man. These things is going to come down the pipe, man. And you have to be prepared for all of these things, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to close it out with one more precept real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 7. And this is basically it right here, man. This basically sums it up, man. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Actually, let me start at verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. That's going into destruction that is about to come. The ultimate nuclear destruction. You know what I mean? Because the nuclear missiles is going to get shot off, man. But guess what? We have to remain confident in our salvation in Yahweh Shai, man. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Because all the hell and the destruction that is about to come, hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is going to build up our faith to a point where we're confident in the victory. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So the hell and the destruction is to come is the reward of the wicked, man. It's not the reward of the righteous, man. You understand? The hell, the destruction, the pestilence, the nuclear destruction that is to come is the reward of the wicked, man. But what is the reward of the righteous? Salvation, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaRakakodash. Hey, so with that, I want to say, all praises be to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaRakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone rule well. Shalom to the elect.